everyone, it's Ellison Nedra, the modern day sage, with the weekly guidance energy forecast for the week of January 12th to the 18th, 2018. Happy New Year. I know it's like a belated Happy New Year wish, but we are kicking off this new year, and I decided to come back with the weekly energy forecast. It's been a minute, so I'm back. So before we get into the reading and a little bit about how this is going to flow, I will be pulling cards from the Archangel Power Tarot cards. One card from this deck, one card, I'm going to go in order, from the Healing with the Angels Oracle card deck as the energy forecast, and then one card from the Earth Magic Oracle card deck, which would be the advice card. And 3 cards would be pulled for each day of the week. Then towards the end, as a final guidance message for the week, I will be pulling from my favorite deck, and as you can tell, because it's all rubbing off, the Alana Fairchild Rumi Oracle cards. One card from there at the very end. So we're going to jump right into it. Starting off with what this week energy feels like and what this week has an offer for us, or has to offer for us. On Tuesday, January 16th, there's a new moon in Capricorn. And please forgive me if I'm extra sniffly and my voice is kind of going out. I am getting well now. It's coming down. No, I am getting well. Let's just say that and keep it there. Okay, so Tuesday, January 16th, there's a new moon in Capricorn. This new moon feels like it has the potential to deeply root us into our goals. And this new moon is offering us more focus. And it's so funny that I say that because, as we know, Capricorn is an earth sign. This is the month of Capricorn, the time, the astrological setting for Capricorn. And Capricorn is known to be very hardworking, very focused. We're just pulling from the positive traits because we're utilizing this energy for our highest good. So it's grounding us into our focus, I would say, more so into the focus to push through. These seeds are being planted very, very, very deeply, where regardless of the dark, you're rooted. Regardless of the dark that you see, ain't nothing gonna take you off your focus, pretty much. And I feel like that's what this new moon has to offer. Nothing is taking you off your focus when it comes to getting things going. Because I feel like a lot of people is really getting the ball moving when it comes to what they want to see manifest in their life and may have started seeing manifested. And because of these little glimpses of this manifestation, people be like, hey, it's coming to pass. So let me really dig deep so I could push forth, So I feel like with this new moon, this is the theme for this week. Really, the events that happen, that you see happen this week is aligning you to this new moon. Meaning, you may notice that today, for example, you may be feeling not discouraged, but thinking things over when it comes to the bigger picture and where you're going. You know, some things may have come up this past week where it's kind of throwing you off your focus. It could be some form of what's the word? Disappointment. But this week I feel like we're seeing it for what it is, and like, okay, I know the bigger picture, so how do I get past this? Let's go. I feel like a lot of people are operating in that energy, especially right now. Today's energy for Friday, January 12th, let's see what Spirit has to say. No, we're going to shuffle. These cards are just sliding out like falling. We're going to shuffle first. Can I please get that in, Spirit? Okay. And if you want to join me, like, ground yourself and connect yourself to Spirit, so these messages, you know, if it's for you, it's for you, will resonate. Let us do it together, you know. Okay, so I ground myself to Mother Earth, extending my cord to her center, pulling up her energy, pulling up Earth's energy through my root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. Pulling up her energy through my chakras, balancing, realigning, opening, and centering. I connect myself to source energy, pulling in golden energy through my crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root, back down into the earth. Allowing these energies to harmonize and balance within my being so that I am fully grounded and fully connected. Thank you. I ask that all beings of the highest light come forth, angels, ancestors, guardians, Most High, come forth. So that I may be a vessel, that there may be understanding and wisdom and guidance. And so it be. Okay. That was probably super long, but I hope that you took the time and got connected and grounded with me. So we are on Friday, January 12th. One card. This card is like really calling out to me. We have the Justice card, Archangel Ragael. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. And that's the major arcana card, enumerated number 8. And 8 is, I did kind of help that one out because it wanted to come up, so I just flicked it. Okay. I know I just stopped, but we have this card, body care. So let's go back to this number 8. The 8 is the number of money, power, justice, balance, infinity. I just feel like things are coming into balance, especially when it comes to our body, being, who we are, our body and our spirit, our soul are one. I just had this conversation with someone about the question was posed, if I'm not mistaken, and I know I'm not quoting this verbatim, but pretty much, are you and your body one? Are you and your body one? And, like your soul and your body, is it one? Or is it two separate things? And once you find a balance within yourself, you will know that everything is one. You are one with your body, meaning you have the power and control over your body. You have the power and control over your body. And I feel like a lot of people are becoming more in tune to their body, more in tune to their heart's desire. Really feeling, which way to go. And following one's heart, I would say, and following one's mind, because of certain thoughts, because of certain feelings. Like, I feel like a lot of people are honoring that, and being fair to what they feel and what they, what inspired thoughts come to them. And regardless of how it may feel, I feel like people are like, okay, even though this didn't happen, I know in my heart, I know in my mind, or, the thought came to me that it's supposed to be this way. And so I'm believing in it, and I'm not giving up. So people are very in tune with their body, especially their heart. Especially when it comes to the financial sphere, or what one does for a career, or inspire ideas to bring abundance. And this is major energy, because it's a major arcana card. This is energy that's very forceful and very impactful. This energy cannot be changed, so there is a balancing that's taking place with mind, body, and soul, your body. People are coming into balance, and when you come into balance, you are whole, you are complete. When you get those three operating on the same frequency and knowing that it's one, you are complete. And from that state, that's when those manifestations happen, regardless of outer forces, It's going to happen regardless. So, for advice for today, synergy, green man synergy. Okay, so I'm back on camera reading, yay. Oh, for those who have catch my videos knows how much I love to read and can read so well. Even a little small print with glasses on. Just being real. Okay, I'm trying to find this, and I keep skipping over it for some reason. Oh, that's why. What is going on? I might have to pause this video because I can't find it. And like, am I looking for the right thing? I don't know what's going on. So let me just take my time. I usually just skim and find it. Okay. I had to pray about that one. Okay, so we have Green Man Synergy. You have the advantage of an incredible synergy at this time. A flow of life is guiding you where things just seem to fall into place. As you move about your business, you are in a mutually cooperative interaction with Spirit as your will is aligned with the will of Spirit and your mission is congruent with your sense of purpose. When this is happening, there is a synergy, a way that your life force is continually coming into balance with the forces of nature. There is also a synergy between your spirit awareness and your personal self or ego. Be aware of the various idiosyncrasies of your ego and do not take any of them too seriously. Know that your higher self is always looking out for your best interests. In this cycle, tune in to that guidance, however it shows up. And you will find that you move through life with greater ease due to a synergistic balance of forces expressing themselves as you. So this is pretty much what I was saying. Go from that guidance. Once you are in a state of balance, you become more aware. And you can go with those inspired thoughts with what your heart is saying, and even synchronicities that are guiding themselves outside of you. Because you have to know that what's going on inwardly, you're going to have outwardly manifestations of that. Meaning, if your heart and mind is telling you one thing or you have an inspired thought, you may start seeing signs in your outer world. You may hear something on the radio pretty much saying what you said or speaking on the idea that you had, or you may hear someone may come across your path and speak on it as well. So these are things to be aware of when you are in a state of balance. Like, these are signs that, things are manifesting. Okay, so Saturday, January 13th. Oh, no, I'm back. I don't know why I'm putting these cards up. Because I'm like zoned out. I'm zoned in, actually. I'm in the zone. There you go. Okay, so Saturday, January 13th, we have Six of Raphael. Embrace your inner child. New friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood, coupled with romance. So Saturday feels like a very, very, very fun and lighthearted day. It's a lot of innocent energy surrounding Saturday. Very carefree, especially when it comes to the romance of life and allowing life to romance you with the sweet things. So a lot of people may decide to do some fun projects tomorrow, or entertain childlike behavior. As they would say, childlike behavior. Entertain more fun activities. Being with children, a lot of laughter. even with some, things are just gelling when it comes to connections and relationships. The people that are supposed to be in your life is just a gel, and like new people may come along where it's like a natural gelling together. Even with certain relationships, I feel that things are just becoming tighter. Romantic relationships as well. Okay. Advice for Saturday. Clouds. Shape shifting. To me, I'm gonna just say, to me, the energy is just saying to be flexible. This is the advice, to be flexible. Here I am again. I'm looking all the way in the middle of the book. I'm like looking for shape shifting. Okay, I'm sorry. Clouds. Okay. In both subtle and more dramatic ways, you can shapeshift by your choice of clothing, hairstyle, adornments, and even mannerisms, such as facial expressions, gestures, and the way you walk. By adjusting these, along with your internal attitude, you may actually display different personas. When you experiment with these variations of self-expression that are not how you ordinarily present yourself, others will react to you depending on the degree in which your persona contrasts with the one they are more familiar with. Be like the clouds as you try out different forms, stretching your limits at times, willing to move and adjust as necessary. Lift your head up, square your shoulders, and stand tall, such that your chest and heart open to the world. Know how this feels. You may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it. Then let your shoulders fall forward slightly. Pull your chest inward an inch or two and let your head drop a little. Observe how this feels. Experiment with contracting your aura, your energy field, then expand it as far as you comfortably can. By this kind of shape-shifting, you can consciously choose your expression in the world. Just remember who you are at the core. This is saying like a lot of us are really moving into that energy of our inner child energy, being silly, having fun. This energy is needed to loosen up, you know. Things aren't always serious. So Sunday, January 14th, Raphael is making his appearance again. So that is fun. Spirit is like funny. Y'all just saw that, like how that card flipped out. I want to say something about Raphael. He is the archangel of he's the archangel of healing. His color is green. He really, really, really works with the heart chakra. And I feel like it's healing this week. You know, it's a lot of healing when it comes to balance. When things may have seemed a little off balance, you know, he's bringing balance this week. So, the first card we have is the Two of Raphael. Two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits. Don't give up on those you love. Soulmate. This card is these cards for Sunday is telling me that there has been a rekindling, especially we'll just, from yesterday, from Saturday, rekindling of a relationship, especially in a romantic sphere. Something a conversation had, or understanding had. And on Sunday, this energy extends forward. A lot of people may realize, they can't help who they love, and they love who they love, no matter the distance, no matter the misunderstandings, no matter any drama attached to any situation. They're looking at the person who's in their heart through a unconditional love filter. And it's not even a filter in the natural form of which love should be looked at. It's an unconditional love between masculine and feminine. This is the merging of energies. As I was saying, for Friday, when there's a balance, mind, body, and soul, when there is a balance in your inner, your outer will be reflected. So these are speaking of a balance in the relationships. And I know, like from previous readings, I always say that love and money somehow goes together. Like a lot of times, especially those on a higher path, if you are suffering financially, somehow your emotional life is suffering as well. And that's, how you feel flowing outwardly. This is saying that the self-worth, your self-deservingness, you're really, really stepping into that energy. So all things are coming together, especially when it comes to partnerships, relationships, commitments, dedication to ideas, to people in your life, to your partner. This new moon is really grounding things. As I said, like this energy is being felt all throughout this week. Things are more solid now. There's a firm foundation. This right here shows that the throat and the heart chakra are coming into alignment as well. These two energies are symbolic for speaking your heart's desires, and this is like a form of manifestation, being able to speak things into reality. So it's a lot of balance taking place. Okay, so the advice card. 2 cards wanted to come out. Okay. Dream time. Creation. Okay. New moon. Promise. Look at Spirit. That is funny. Spirit is funny. Always. This is theme for the lovers. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sunday is for the lovers. Okay, so dream time creation. Close your eyes, tune into your breathing, and allow yourself to sink deeply into the heart of the living creation that you are. As you notice your breath becoming steady and slightly deeper than usual, observe the urge within you that is begging to come forth in some creative action. Pay attention to any images, sounds, or feelings that beckon your awareness. And there you will find the key as to the matter in which to express this magnificent pulse. Your breath is the crossover between spirit and physical reality. Breathing comfortably and steadily helps you align yourself with spirit, which then brings a clear focus on what creative expression is preparing to be birthed through and for you or from you. Discard any habitual thought patterns that will prevent the manifestation of what you are being prompted to bring forth. Allow yourself to take risk with this self-expression, and all of creation will smile upon you. Okay. New moon. Promise. This is a time to launch a project, a new relationship, or renew something that has been put aside for a later date. With your intention and willingness to allow a full cycle to complete itself, that which you desire will manifest. The seed of that idea is ready to emerge from the darkness of your subconscious into your full awareness. The next step is to put into action what is required to fully realize this idea. And the number of this page is marked 111. A promise has two meanings of this idea. Okay, I have to make it sound like it's ending. Okay, so a promise has two meanings. It can be a commitment and a guarantee to yourself or someone else that a particular thing will happen, or it can imply that something specific is expected to happen. When your will is aligned with the will of spirit and your attention is focused upon what you wish to have happen, there will be fulfillment and the promise is kept. Didn't we speak on this, y'all? Being more committed. If I didn't use that word, that's the perfect choice of words. With this new moon. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny, spirit? It's so funny. With this new moon, there's a deepening of commitments, being more grounded. So this is happening on Sunday. That commitment. So that was like more so the emotional aspect on Sunday. So maybe let's see what Monday has to offer for finances. Hopefully. Okay. So Monday, there's a Monday, January 15th, there's a major arcana card. Okay. So we have major arcana card enumerated 15, Decision, Archangel Jophiel. This card reads, release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. But coupled with power. A lot of people are truly, truly, truly stepping into their power, walking in their power. You know, pushing forward. Everything that caused them to believe that they were small or that they could not do it or we could not do it. I'm going to include myself in it. Anything that diminished our self-worth, we are deciding that that is no longer anything that keeps us from accomplishing our vision, our goals, our dreams. we're making the decision to move in power with this and to be empowered to carry this through. So, Monday, there may come a sudden epiphany to move in your power. Opportunity may come up where you're going to have to run with it. You're going to have to make a decision to do this because this is something that you have never imagined in your life, but is being presented to you. What do you do? And we are deciding to walk in our power. Because with balance, there comes this power that anything is possible. So the decision is yes on Monday. Okay, advice for Monday. Harmony. Music, harmony. This week is about balance. This is a good thing, y'all. This week is about balancing things out. Setting things, in your favor. So music, harmony. I'm feeling good about this week. Ain't nothing me. Hey. So no, I'm just playing. All right. All right, so this is a time of considerable harmony for you. One where the various elements in your life are flowing together smoothly. Just as in musical harmony, it is the interface of these elements that merge into a psychosymmetry and balance that evokes feelings of harmony. The challenge is to sustain this inner accord even when there is considerable dissonance outside your own mind, heart, and body. What did I say? Note the sensations, emotions, and thoughts you experience when everything seems to be moving along well. Take 3 deep breaths and let your breathing be the anchor that reminds you of this state of consciousness. Whenever you perceive chaos around you, know that is a mirror from your inner turmoil. When you recognize this, take 3 or more breaths to bring forth the memory of those moments when your life was like a symphony. Then, every time you exhale, you are releasing the energy of your internal state of harmony into the world, and it will have amazing effects. This is wonderful. I'm so excited. And I am going to get way excited. You know how people say don't get too excited. I'm so excited. So Tuesday, January 16th, which is the new moon in Capricorn. Let's see what the energy is for Tuesday, January 16th. Oh, okay. Y'all saw I shuffled that, right? The energy of decision is pushing right on through to the next day. Making the decision here is elevating who we are as spiritual beings. We are walking in our divine power. This is the spiritual growth. With this decision, we are walking in our power. We have claimed that power. And this is spiritual growth because we are walking in our divine nature on Tuesday. Like we have become ascended masters. That's the big title. But if you have been on this journey, Know that you are stepping into your ascended masterness, meaning ultimate manifester, meaning master over the elements. When you have obtained inner balance, you are like the ascended masters. You are like Jesus Christ, the Christ. You are like Buddha. You are like Muhammad. You are like all those other ascended masters. What's his name? What is his name? Oh my goodness, I can't think of his name. Please forgive me. But he is actually known as the alchemist. I forgot his name. All right. Saint Francis. No, I forgot his name. I really did. Like, I'm trying to think of his name. Saint somebody. Okay, so this is like divine, ascended masterness. This is becoming a master in the material realm, I feel. When you master yourself, being a master of yourself, actually. You know, when you have that inner balance, you have mastered your elements. You have brought mind, body, and soul into oneness. A lot of people have been on the fast track with this spiritual growth. A lot of events have happened to bring more balance, to become more still in a state of chaos. You know, with chaos, you know, around them, people had to make some decisions and, you know, making the right decisions and not making the same mistakes. People are elevating in their consciousness. On Tuesday, there has been a change of consciousness. Excuse me. Okay, so the advice for Tuesday, and this is the new moon, by the way. We had a major arcana card on the new moon. Move right along. And I said that it's been a change of consciousness, meaning a change of perspective, which came up, Milky Way perspective. Through these events and chaos, you know, people have to change their way of thinking to not make the same mistakes and make choices in regards to everybody involved. You know, this is like Spirit saying, good job. You have passed, my dear one. You have elevated. It's time to move forward. Also, we have fairies, earth magic. So with the changing of the perspective, the earth magic is manifestation. Because it's in the material realm, and, you know, manifestation could be considered magic, making things happen. So, Milky Way. Oh, I'm so excited because I'm ready to manifest. I'm ready. I'm so excited. Okay. Milky Way perspective. You have lost your perspective. So it's time to step back, breathe, and allow yourself to detach in order to gather information from your senses and regain your perspective about the situation. Detachment does not mean that you no longer care. It simply indicates that you are looking at things from a different point of view. It is an outlook that is not clouded by emotions, judgment, or attachment to outcome, but instead maintains a non-reactive awareness of these things. The witness, that internal aspect of yourself that simply observes everything your life offer his or her eyes. Okay. The witness, the internal aspect of yourself that simply observes everything in your life, offers his or her eyes here. Through these lenses of pure awareness, you can examine all aspects of your experiences, physical, emotional, and mental, without denying anything. By doing so, you will come to understand a greater perspective than is typically justified by the ego, which allows you to see what is before you with clear vision and an open mind. So the vision is clear. The things that are happening, we realize that they are happening for a reason, to get us to where we have to go. And it's just a changing of our perspective. Like, everything is working for our highest good. Okay, fairies, earth magic. You have the same power available to you as the fairies do. It starts with loving the earth through your heartfelt gratitude and appreciation, but more important, through your actions. The fairies can help you reconnect in a more intimate way with the earth, and all they require is your willingness to pay attention to the trees and plant life around you and demonstrate your care. Whether you live in a small space or have an expansive land, make it a point to be especially attentive to your surrounding vegetation. Plant something, get your hands in the dirt, and do so with love and enthusiasm. Every flower, tree, or shrub you are attending is a living being, so treat each like you would a dear friend. Ask the fairies to help you take care of these friends, and you will be rewarded many times over. This, to me, is saying nurture your dreams, because now the seed is growing. You're starting to really see it growing. So tend to it. Connect to your earth. Connect to the earth. This means that these dreams are in your physical reality. The earth is what we consider the 3D, the things that appears to us. Like, when you elevate your consciousness and go into 4D, 5D, it's in a state of consciousness. So now bringing it back to the 3D, these things are growing. And now you have the same power as the fairies to make it happen. This is like the magic that you possess now. Okay. Sorry. I'm starting to get the sniffles. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't want to be all on camera on my nose, even though I am. Okay. Why does it feel like, oh, it's not. It feels like it. Wednesday, January 17th. Moving forward to Wednesday, January 17th. Okay, so Raphael, once again. 3 of Raphael. Let's see what this says. Reasons to celebrate a community of friends. Happy announcements regarding relationship or children. Archangel Michael. So, things are just really coming together. Like, this is like, to me, the end of the storms. Seeing things really finally look up. Like, oh my God, I'm here. Like, the dream. This is what I dreamed of. This is what I dreamed about. I see it. Just this coming together is just going to be like a very joyous occasion. A lot of people may be with relationships. It's a reunion, it feels like. Just everything looking up, like this hard work that was put in, through these the spiritual journeys that we had to go through, our journeys that we had to go through to come into alignment. It's finally like the ship has finally sailed in. The reason why I say that is because we have the ship coming into shore. I'm gonna say it's coming in, even though the wind is like pushing out or pushing the sails towards sea, but it's coming in. Yep, and Archangel Michael is over this. Archangel Michael is over this. He's over it. He's protecting that which has been created. Archangel Michael is the one, I believe, who fights on our behalf and pushes things through. Push the dream through. He's the one that's been helping us. All of Heaven's army, but he's there protecting. And that might mean you might have to ask yourself exactly how does Archangel Michael resonate with you on that day, on Wednesday. Because I feel like that's what's coming across as well. For some, Archangel Michael means something completely different. And this is just a message from Archangel Michael that would be just for you in regards to your personal experience, your personal mission. Like, he brings an announcement. Whoa, there you go. That's what he just said. He brings an announcement. Happy announcements. Yeah, he brings an announcement, personal announcement for you. Two cards came out for advice for Wednesday. Full moon completion. And spring equinox rebirth. That's so funny, a completion and a rebirth. Okay. You can now take pleasure in knowing that whatever you have been working towards have now reached this accumulation. It may have been a relatively brief cycle or a much more extensive one, yet regardless of the length of time, you have arrived at the stage of completion. Let yourself feel the contentment and satisfaction of this accomplishment. It is when you take a deep breath and reach the point where your lungs are pleasantly full and your body is ready to release that breath. It's important to not only enjoy this completion, but also let go and allow yourself to relax afterward. Just like exhaling slowly and consciously, people are much too eager to rush to the next item on the agenda without giving proper time and space to appreciating and honoring the natural cycle of release that follows a point of resolution. Give yourself that time to relax and rest before tackling Spirit's next assignment. But with this rebirth, I guess it ain't no time to chill. This is just me personally speaking. That's not really Spirit speaking through me. That's just me. Okay. Spring equinox rebirth. You thought this passage you have been through would never end. Just as certain that the light of the world fades every few months, it makes his return, and the earth rejoices. The fresh breath of spring sweeps away the cobwebs acquired from the absence of the light. The light is now obviously increasing as nature begins to emerge in all her many forms, shapes, colors that remind us of the continual cycles of Earth Mother. This cycle of rebirth you are experiencing follows a considerably challenging time. Any tears you may have shed have cleared the way for what has been gestating, which is now ripe and ready to emerge. That which no longer serves you needs to be put to rest so that a freshness and newness of spirit can make itself known to you. Sometimes birth can be painful, particularly in the passage just before delivery, yet what emerges can be fresh and beautiful. Be with the emergence of this next cycle with faith and grace. So, with this ending, you are coming into the light. You are coming into the light. Things are fully emerging. And finally, we have Thursday, January the 18th. What are the messages for Thursday, January 18th? 2 cards come out. 3. Two of them major arcana cards. We gonna have to do that over. Do you want me to use this?
No.
I'm saying no, but they are. Even this card. Okay, so we got a full reading for Wednesday. Okay, so let's start with the Angel Tarot deck. We have 7, the Chariot, Archangel Metatron, determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using resources wisely. Didn't I say that? With the healing of the soul, you're going to start seeing that. And like I said, the finances and the money go together. So now, here it is. We're at financial success. Becoming more stable. Okay, and another major arcana card, enumerated number 9, Epiphany. Archangel Raziel. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. We also have, from the Healing with the Angels, playfulness, manifestation, retreat, divine timing, and intention. And underneath it all is healing. So, this is most definitely saying that these manifestations are coming through, and they're coming through in a joyful way. Becoming serene, retreating from the chaos, knowing that divine timing is at play, our intentions are coming forth, and there's a healing on us in this area where, we suddenly realize that, things are happening. The answers are coming to us, and we just know to be patient and be still. This spiritual growth that we experience is being at peace, being balanced, not allowing outer circumstances to affect the knowing that we have. Especially when it comes to money. When it comes to, what we decide to do for our financial gain and stability in this earthly plane. I feel like a lot of people ascended through this challenge of, trying to maintain the physical realm, maintain their finances, maintain relationships with people, even in chaotic circumstances, But now here it is. This is spiritual awareness where everything is working out well because you maintain through it all. You maintain through the tornadoes, the darkness. You maintained, and now the light has been shown and you're manifesting. You kept with it even in the darkness. So this says determination and self-control. We stuck with the vision has been planted. And people, like, now things are, your success is starting to come into your reality. You are successful at what you do. You're very successful at what you do. And people are acknowledging your success because you stuck with it. That's the energy for Thursday, January the 18th. Advice card. Once again, music, harmony. I'm going to read it one more time. This is that state of balance. Look, everything coming in balance. Okay. So once again, this is a time of considerable harmony for you. One where the various elements in your life are flowing together smoothly. Love and money. Just as in musical harmony, it is the interface of these elements that merge into a cycle of symmetry and balance that evokes feelings of harmony. The challenge is to sustain this inner accord even when there is considerable dissonance outside of your own mind, heart, and body. Note the sensations, emotions, and thoughts you experience when everything seems to be moving along well. Take 3 deep breaths and let your breathing be the anchor that reminds you of this state of consciousness. Whenever you perceive chaos around you, know that it is a mirror for your inner turmoil. When you recognize this, take 3 or more breaths to bring forth the memory of those moments when your life was like a symphony. Then every time you exhale, you are releasing the energy of the internal state of harmony into the world, and it will have amazing effects. So breathing is going to bring, it's going to be a reminder of remaining calm, and just taking a moment for yourself. That retreat is taking a moment for yourself, through the breath. Okay, so our final card for this evening, for this energy forecast, will be from the Rumi Oracle card deck. I'm just clearing my space so I'm not too cluttered. Oh, goodness. Y'all didn't just see that. Gotta clear the space. Okay. What is the guidance? Arise. Enumerated 13th. 13. Arise. Starts off with a word from Rumi into the channel message of Alana Fairchild. So, wings of hope languish from lack of use. When wings dissipate and weaken, life begins to lose its value. Every cell in your body is created to rise to challenges. Your life is meant to confront everything that holds you captive. Don't sit at the bottom of the well, not caring about salvation. Listen to the voice within, calling to you. Reach for eminence beyond your own maturity. Rumi. I dance before you in sacred spectacle, hoping to garner your attention. Look at me, I cry to your aligning spirit and despondent flesh. Wow, that says a lot. Look at me. If you were to look up, you will see that I am a mirror of your own being. Your light, your heart, your spirit, your awe. Yes, there is pain. Yes, there is a letting go taking place, and you are frightened and uncertain sometimes. But you make this mean something that it does not. It means that you are to turn your head away from what is dying. Do this gently but firmly. Turn your head towards what is living. Look at me. I will show you truth, and you shall laugh your deepest belly laughter with so much glee, sharing in my secret that the only force at work in your life is unconditionally loving divinity. I see in you a divine, wild child and sacred heart. You have gumption, chutzpah, guts. You dare to love where others only see pain. You dare to believe that everything will somehow work out where others see only what they judge to be wrong. You see love where others ply fear. You seek freedom where the world still buys into manipulation and propaganda. Don't lose heart, beloved wild child. Dare to believe. You are right to do so. It is the divine rebel in you that refuses to surrender hope. Give up the fight, perhaps, the battle that comes from a place of fear, but never give up your hope. That hope in your heart, that optimism and patience for growth, and to love creates a light within you that helps the world see through darkness. It becomes a candle that shimmers contently upon the windowsill of your heart's temple. There it is, more obvious, even in the darkness. The stars do appear to shine brighter at night, beloved, but don't become consumed by your nightmares. They will pass with the coming dawn, you'll see. Don't give them too much stock. Instead, put your attention towards that defiant candle of hope that burns, as its nature and purpose within you. Can you sense its warmth, even in the presence of cold fear? Ah, it shall warm you now. And if not, then I come to remind you, you are a blazing angel. You are filled with holy fire, and you shall prevail. Oh, the joy of you, the expanse of you. You fill my own heart with your magnificent essence. I see and know the great beloved in you. There the great beloved is, looking out to me from behind your eyes. I see the candlelight of your heart's temple, flickering within your gaze. That is what the candle of hope honors, the working of the great beloved, so creative and crazed with love for you that all circumstances of your life, down to the tiniest detail, are evoked out of love. Love out of passionate desire takes you from despair into hope, from holding on to letting go, from turning away to opening up. So the great beloved takes you across the moonlit ocean into the temple of the cosmic heart. Here, an eternal flame burns bright with hope, igniting the light within the hearts of all of humanity. You are being asked to trust, to gently lay to rest the suffering that has been, perhaps because of what you have labeled as the failure, the doubt, the losses and setbacks. They are so little in the greater scheme of you. Put them aside, allow them to rot and become fertilizer for life. But do not try to keep them alive beyond their earthly expiry date, lest you become tainted or poisoned by the rot. Let them go and instead focus on what is alive now. Can you sense that before you is a great being of light, a greater pathway opening up? This is truth, blazing angel. This is truth. Take the steps. So easy it is when the light of the heart is felt within, reminding you of your own divine nature. The world is here for you to experience, so that you may realize divinity in its majesty, mystery, and love, more so than ever. All serves that sacred purpose, so embrace it. Find your faith. Be at peace. Know that no matter what appears to be, all is well. You are so loved. It cannot even begin to be translated sufficiently into words, but it can be transmitted from my heart to yours. Just as the sun catches dried tinder and sets it aflame, This oracle comes with a message for you. Arise. You have been downtrodden for long enough now. Perhaps you have been feeling defeated, put upon, underestimated, or walked over in mind, body, or spirit by others or your own doubts and fears. Enough now. You are liberated through the hope in your heart, the defiant optimism that buoys your spirit, and beyond that you shall have your dawn. You shall rise like the sun and begin anew now. Step up. It is your time. Sacred honoring ritual. Stand up and turn behind you. Say aloud, with gratitude and deep soul daring, I choose to say thank you and goodbye to my past. What has been and is no longer to be. I am at peace with this, for what has been is nothing more than fertilizer for life to flourish now. With complete forgiveness and acceptance, I allow this letting go to happen. With all of my heart, I ask for unconditional love to assist me in this sacred surrender now. Turn now the face forward. Say aloud, I invite in life. I invite in love. I invite in what is required for my own spiritual success and thriving divinity. Through unconditional love and divine mercy, through the guiding spirit of my soul brother, Rumi, may this now be so. Then place one hand on your heart and say aloud, in this present moment, life thrives. It is within this thriving grace that I choose to place my consciousness now. I am an angel blaze. I trust in the benevolent divinity guiding my way. Place both hands in prayer, and when you are ready, simply bow your head for a moment. You have finished your honoring ritual. So there you have it. This has been the weekly guidance energy forecast for the week of January 12th through the 18th. If this resonates with you, please let me know in the comments. If you would like to book a reading with me, all information is in the bio or in the description below. If you need any spiritual assistance, just contact me. You can visit me at www.themoderndaysage.com or even visit me on Facebook at facebook.com/themoderndaysage. So thank you for joining with me. You all have a wonderful week ahead. Love and light.